Hello, everyone. My name is Gio, and this is our movie watching challenge segment from Apocalypse Movies Now that we do every Tuesday. And this one's coming at you a little bit late. I apologize. It's been too long, but I'm finally here to give my thoughts on V for Vendetta. This is not a typical comic book movie based on the DC Comics Limited series back in the 80s. Um, look, people thought, I'm sorry to say, people thought Zack Snyder made DC movies so deep and philosophical. Okay, no, this movie did it first. V for Vendetta, 2005, starring Hugo Weaving, Natalie Portman. Um, Screenplay by the Wachowskis. I know some people out there believe that they directed it, but it was actually directed by a gentleman by the name of James McTeague. And wow, let me just say, anytime, first thing I'll say about this movie, anytime Hugo Weaving is talking, I could listen to him for hours. Something about his voice, whether he's Agent Smith or in this movie he's V, he is just incredible. Like, I could listen to him talk for, you can make a 2-hour movie of Hugo Weaving talking. It'd probably get a fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes. He's that good of an actor. He's that good at delivering dialogue. And let me just say, the dialogue is just so incredible. There's a moment where Hugo is saying a bunch of words starting with the letter V, and it all makes sense. I'm pausing, I'm rewinding, I'm like, wow, that was really well done. Natalie Portman, this is around the time of when she finished up her, time doing the prequel trilogy in Star Wars. She can act. She can, wow, she can deliver. And I'm somebody who hasn't seen Black Swan yet. I hope to see it. Challenge me, somebody. But man, she was so impressive. That moment that I've seen so many times on the internet where she's getting her head shaved, which really happened, and just you got to get that in one take, and she delivered. There's a moment in the movie where she is kind of being tortured or baptized, whatever you want to call it, and it's a difficult role, a difficult uh, environment for her to deliver in, and she does absolutely great. This movie is so deep. The messages in here, they're still relevant to today. It's a movie about a dystopian political action where the government has completely taken over and your life is dictated by what they feel is right. I mean, come on now. That's so relevant in today's world, which we won't get into that far. But come on now, anybody who watches this movie who has two eyes and a brain, you can definitely see the messages in here. I really did appreciate it. And the action, my goodness, V is one bad mother. I mean, he makes Zorro look like, some cheap, warrior cosplay or whatever. V is a badass. And, people, when they told me I would like this movie, they said there's definitely some Zack Snyder mannerisms in there. Absolutely see it. Love slow motion. Love the way it was used. Again, this is a movie that came out in 2005. So when I'm watching it 16, 17 years later, it's a little bit dated, but the messages still hold up. The performances are just as good. And it's just one of those movies I am kicking myself for missing 16 years later. So those are just some of my thoughts. It's such a deep movie, honestly. I mean, we could do an Apocalypse Now episode just talking about this movie. But I absolutely enjoyed it. The guy who played the Chancellor, he was in Snowpiercer. I think his name is Sir John Hurt. Yeah, he was excellent. Everybody was great across the board. If you haven't seen V for Vendetta, highly recommend it. It's on HBO Max. Check it out. Thank you so much for joining me. Oh, before I go, I have to challenge somebody. I challenge Mr. Jacob Bartley. And Jacob, I'm going to challenge you to a movie, a football movie, because it's still football season. You're going to watch a movie called The Program. It's not on your list, but it's one of the best football movies out there. Jacob, I challenge you to watch The Program starring James Caan. I think you're going to love it. That's going to do it. You guys check back with us. Apocalypse Now. every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Pacific time. That's going to do it for me. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.